Did you know a simple cup of coffee may have helped topple a king? It's hard to imagine that something as ordinary as a hot drink could play such an extraordinary role in history, but in 18th century France, coffee was more than just a morning ritual. Before the French Revolution, Parisian cafes buzzed with talk of liberty and equality. These lively establishments were the heart of the city's intellectual life, drawing in people from all walks of life, artists, writers, merchants, and political thinkers alike. These coffee houses became gathering spots for thinkers and revolutionaries, offering a space for clear-headed debate, unlike the rowdy, unfocused taverns fueled by alcohol. Here, ideas could be exchanged freely, and the caffeine kept minds sharp and conversations lively late into the night. Coffee was more than a drink, it was a symbol of new ideas and rebellion. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee mingled with the scent of ink and parchment, as pamphlets and manifestos were written and read over countless cups. Figures like Camille Desmoulins and Georges Danton spent hours in places like Café de Foy, reading forbidden pamphlets and plotting change. These cafes became their headquarters, where plans were hatched and alliances forged. On July 12, 1789, Desmoulins famously stood on a table at Café de Foy, rallying the crowd to action just days before the storming of the Bastille. His passionate words, delivered above the clatter of cups and the hum of conversation, electrified the room and set history in motion. That moment, fueled by coffee and passion, is often seen as the spark that ignited the revolution. The energy in the air was palpable as people realized that change was within their grasp. Coffee houses became the incubators of revolution, where the desire for a new France was brewed one cup at a time. Each gathering, each conversation, added fuel to the growing fire of dissent. So, next time you sip your morning coffee, remember its powerful past. That simple act connects you to a long tradition of thinkers and dreamers who changed the world. It's more than a wake-up call. It's a drink with a history of challenging authority and bringing people together. Across centuries and continents, coffee has sparked conversation, creativity, and even revolution. The coffee houses of Paris provided a safe haven for new ideas to flourish, away from the watchful eyes of the monarchy. Within their walls, people dared to imagine a different future and found the courage to pursue it. They were the engines of change, brewing revolution with every cup. The legacy of those bold conversations still lingers in every coffeehouse today. Coffee's connection to rebellion is a fascinating, often overlooked part of its story. It's a reminder that even the smallest rituals can have a profound impact on the course of history. The next time you raise your mug, think of the revolutions it's fueled. You're not just drinking coffee, you're sipping on centuries of bold ideas and brave actions. Coffee, more than a beverage, it's a catalyst for change, a symbol of hope, and a testament to the power of people coming together over a simple cup. Coffee's story begins on the high plateaus of ancient Ethiopia, a land of rolling green hills and ancient traditions, where the air is crisp and the landscape is dotted with wild plants. Here, a humble goat herder named Kaldi tended his flock, living a simple life in harmony with nature. One day, Kaldi noticed something unusual. His goats were unusually lively, leaping and frolicking with boundless energy after nibbling on bright red berries from a mysterious bush. Driven by curiosity, Kaldi decided to taste the berries himself. Almost instantly, he felt a rush of energy and alertness, unlike anything he had experienced before. Excited by his discovery, Kaldi gathered a handful of the berries and brought them to a nearby monastery, eager to share this newfound secret with the monks. The head monk, however, was skeptical and tossed the berries into the fire, but as the berries roasted, a rich, inviting aroma filled the air, capturing everyone's attention. Intrigued by the scent, the monks raked the roasted beans from the embers, crushed them, and mixed them with hot water, creating the very first cup of coffee. The resulting drink was remarkable. It helped the monks stay awake and alert during their long hours of evening prayers and meditation. News of this energizing brew spread quickly from monastery to village, and soon people across Ethiopia were eager to try the magical drink for themselves. The legend of Kaldi and his dancing goats became a cherished tale, marking the beginning of coffee's incredible journey across continents and cultures. From a wild plant in the Ethiopian highlands to the world's favorite beverage, coffee's origins are as lively and fascinating as the effects it brings. Every cup we enjoy today connects us to this ancient discovery, a tradition that has traveled through time and across the globe. Coffee's story is one of curiosity, chance, and a little bit of magic, woven into the fabric of cultures everywhere. And it all started with a few energetic goats and a curious herder, high in the hills of Ethiopia. Coffee's remarkable journey from the lush highlands of Ethiopia to the far corners of the world began with its arrival in Yemen by the 15th century. In Ethiopia, coffee was more than a drink. It was a ritual, a symbol of hospitality, and a part of daily life for centuries before it ever left African soil. The bustling port city of Mocha soon became the global hub for coffee trade, with Arab traders fiercely guarding their precious beans and carefully controlling their export. For generations they kept the secret of coffee cultivation closely guarded. Coffee, known as kawa, became the wine of Araby, a beloved alcohol-free alternative in the Islamic world, celebrated for its energizing effects and unique flavor. Coffeehouses, or kaveh-khanes, sprang up across the Middle East, serving as vibrant centers for music, chess, poetry, and lively discussion. These establishments quickly became the beating heart of urban life. These schools of the wise became hotbeds of learning, intellectual exchange, and political debate, attracting thinkers, poets, and revolutionaries alike. Rulers and authorities tried to ban coffee houses, fearing dissent and the spread of radical ideas, but the drink's popularity always won out, and coffee culture only grew stronger. Eventually, the secret of coffee cultivation escaped Yemen's borders, despite the best efforts to keep it contained. According to legend, the Indian mystic Baba Budan smuggled 7 fertile beans out of Yemen, hidden in his robes, and planted them in the hills of India, breaking the Arab monopoly forever. The Dutch soon seized the opportunity, establishing vast plantations in Java and Sumatra, and from there, coffee cultivation spread rapidly across the globe. This set the stage for coffee to become a truly global commodity, traded on every continent and enjoyed by people from all walks of life. From a closely guarded secret to a worldwide obsession, coffee's spread changed the course of history, shaping cultures and connecting people everywhere. Every cup we drink today traces back to these early journeys. Coffee's influence was unstoppable, weaving its way into the fabric of societies across the globe. And as coffee's story continued to unfold, its impact on the world was only just beginning. When coffee arrived in 17th century Europe, it sparked a social revolution. Coffeehouses in cities like London and Paris became penny universities. For the price of a cup, anyone could join in brilliant conversation. These were democratic spaces where ideas mattered more than social rank. Coffee replaced alcohol as the drink of choice for clear thinking and debate. London alone boasted over 3,000 coffeehouses by 1700, each attracting its own crowd. Scientists at the Grecian, writers at Will's, merchants at Lloyd's. These establishments fueled the Age of Enlightenment, spreading new ideas and information faster than ever before. Newspapers and journals were shared, and business deals struck. The coffeehouse was more than a place to drink. It was an engine of modernity. It shaped the intellectual and commercial landscape of Europe. Coffee fueled revolutions of thought and commerce. The legacy of the penny university lives on in every modern cafe. The modern business world owes much to the humble coffeehouse. In the 17th and 18th centuries, coffeehouses were the unofficial headquarters for merchants and financiers. Lloyd's of London, the world's leading insurance market, began in a coffeehouse where shipping news and deals were exchanged. Underwriters would literally write their names under the risks they agreed to insure, giving birth to the insurance industry. The London Stock Exchange and major auction houses also traced their roots to coffeehouse gatherings. These spaces provided neutral ground for networking, negotiation, and innovation. Coffee sharpened minds and built trust, fueling the rise of modern commerce. The coffeehouse was the first true networking hub. Every business meeting over coffee echoes this legacy. The Age of Enlightenment was powered by coffee. Thinkers like Voltaire, Rousseau, and Diderot gathered in Parisian cafes to debate and write. Voltaire, famous for his wit and his legendary coffee habit, up to 50 cups a day, called it the liquor of the mind. Coffee helped him and others stay awake, think clearly, and produce groundbreaking works. The Café Procope became a hub for Enlightenment ideas, where philosophers refined concepts that would change the world. Coffee's stimulating effects made it the drink of choice for those seeking clarity and reason. Unlike alcohol, coffee encouraged wakefulness and sharp thinking. It fueled late-night reading, writing, and revolutionary thought. Voltaire's story shows how a single beverage helped shape modern Western thought. Coffee and the Enlightenment, a perfect blend for progress. Every sip is a toast to reason. As the Industrial Revolution dawned, coffee became the fuel of the working class. Factory owners discovered coffee kept workers alert and productive during long shifts. The coffee break was born, replacing beer as the morning drink and boosting efficiency. This shift changed home life too, making coffee a breakfast staple. Historians argue that coffee's rise helped instill the discipline needed for industrial progress. The coffee break became a cherished workplace ritual, a moment to recharge and connect. Coffee powered not just factories but the rhythm of modern life. From thinkers to workers, it became the drink of the masses. Today, coffee is one of the world's most valuable commodities, supporting millions of farmers in the bean belt. Its global spread, from Africa to the Americas, created economic webs and cultural connections. But the coffee market is volatile, and price swings can devastate small farmers. Movements like fair trade aim to ensure growers receive a fair price and better livelihoods. The third wave of coffee culture values both quality and ethical sourcing. Coffee's legacy is dual, fueling connection and progress but also tied to colonialism and inequality. Understanding this history helps us appreciate every cup. Our choices as consumers can make a real difference. Coffee connects our daily routine to lives around the world. Every sip is part of a global story. Each morning when you reach for your coffee, you join a centuries-old ritual. That simple drink links you to a journey from Ethiopian hills to Parisian cafes, from factory floors to modern coffee shops. Today's cafe is the descendant of the Penny University, a place for ideas, business, and connection. The coffee break is a legacy of the industrial age, a pause that fuels productivity. Coffee has shaped revolutions, industries, and daily life across cultures. From Italian espresso to Vietnamese iced coffee, it brings people together and awakens minds. The story of coffee is still being written, shaped by new challenges and choices. Next time you brew a cup, remember, you're holding history in your hands. Subscribe for more stories behind everyday things.